Do you know who you are? So I am an optimist, according to this test, personality test that my sister gave me. Now, after I took the personality test, I read through it, and then I asked my sister. I said, "Does that sound like me?" And she asked me if I was joking, and I said, "No. I want to know, does that sound like me?" Because what we see when we look in the mirror is something different than what others see. And sometimes you look in the mirror and you see someone who is not using their full potential. You see somebody who's not good enough. We are very, very hard on ourselves. So I asked my sister, "Is that what you see?" And so she said, "Absolutely." I went ahead and I sent it to a good friend of mine and I shared it with her and I said, "Does that sound like me?" And so she responded back, "Did I write that myself?" So obviously she knew I didn't write it because it was the results and the way it was written out. But it was nice to hear that and then read through and get a basic idea on what others see of me. It's nice for you to believe what you are, but also what others see. And if they connect, if it's the same, then you know you're on the same page. So anyway, my sister was nice enough to go through and actually break it down step by step. So I'm going to read this off the book here, but I feel that it's so important that you find out who you are, right? Listen, for me, because of my personality type, I spent a lot of time researching this stuff because, in all honesty, I just want to be the best me. And if that's not you, if you don't want to be the best you, that's absolutely okay. But for me, I have to be. I can't see how I wouldn't want to be the best me. But anyway, so I'm going to give you guys the breakdown here, and I'm going to be reading it because I really want to capture what she said. And again, I love my sister so much that she took the time to write this out because it impacted me in a way that just reading the words alone couldn't. So I am a reformer, which is a number one, and my wing is 9, the peacemaker. And so when you put those two together, it's called the optimist. So it says here, and this is really my sister taking and breaking down what it said, and then responding to each piece, each part, piece by piece, and then give me a really good overview of who I am. So it says here, it says the need to live right. And so then my sister comments, she goes, "You don't drink, you work hard to take care of your family." So then the second part, it says, "True, just, and a moral world." And so then she responds, "That's you." She said, "You motivate people to see the right and what people can do to be better." I absolutely agree with that. And again, right, because that's my personality type. I want to be the best me, so why wouldn't everybody want to be their best? So, I don't want to say that I'm pushy, but I see the potential in people and I will give them little clues to kind of help them along their way to get a little bit further than where they are right now. She responds, "You help people. If someone called you for help, you would do it." And so she's right about that. As much as I might not want to do it, I am always there to help somebody out. And it's just something I appreciate doing. Listen, at some point I might need a hand too. And I'm sure there's been plenty of times where I needed a hand and someone was able to be there and support me through something that was difficult. Tons of friends and family have been able to do that for me. So I just love to be there for anybody. I've read some posts on Facebook where people were having a tough time, and I sent them a DM and I said, "Hey, this is my number. You can reach out to me." And this is someone that maybe was a friend of a friend through school, and I seen them in the hallway one time. But I am pretty much always available to help somebody out if they're willing to talk about their problems, which I know most of us aren't, unfortunately. She said, "You're well balanced," and that's what it says here. She goes, but this is what she responds. She goes, "You stay a 5 out of 10." So well balanced, just being in the middle of 1 to 10. She goes, "You're not too slow or boring, but you're not fast and exciting." So thank you, Kel. I really appreciate that. And all joking aside, you're absolutely right. And so I am. I'm not exciting, and that's where I live. I live right in the center, and that's what keeps me calm and cool all the time. Most people will say that I am a robot because they don't see much emotion, but it's just me, just staying on that balance, just riding the wave and not too worried about where it's taking me. Um, she said that it's always the same tone and pace. I absolutely agree with that. So again, Kelly, thank you. And then it says here, efficient and organized. She goes, you consistently learn so that you can share the ideas or just so you aren't wrong. I never want to be wrong, ever. And I will spend hours researching something so that way I can be as efficient as possible and do whatever it is, whatever the task is, in the best, most efficient way. So that way I'm not wrong at the end. If a question comes up about something that I'm unsure of, I will, if we're talking about something and you say something and I don't believe that to be true, I will absolutely look it up right at that moment. And it's not so much to prove you wrong. It's because I want to know if that in fact is the truth. And if you're right, I'm going to say, oh, wow, that's interesting. I've never heard that before. If you happen to be wrong, I will then explain to you that you are not correct, but it's because of who I am, right? If I don't want to be wrong, then I don't want others to be wrong. And it's not that I'm trying to prove you wrong. It's just that I would hate to be walking around saying something that is not true. So anyway, guys, it's so important that you do these things, right? For me, because I want to be the best me. But it's important to understand, the way people view you. And also they had a list of things that were things that you should watch out for. And so one of them was like extreme dieting, which I've been known to do that. So like right now, I only eat dinner. And it's said that my type will do that so that way they can be in control. And so for me, it just makes absolute sense. I want to be in control of how many calories I'm consuming. If I eat a lot. I'm telling you, yesterday for Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Yesterday for Mother's Day, I ate so much food for dinner. It was insane. But anyway, I could eat like that all day long. And if I did do that, I would be pulling myself further away from my goal of being extremely lean and in the best shape that I've ever been in. So that was a lookout. And then another thing was using alcohol to calm yourself. I don't drink alcohol at all. I've never done any drugs. It's just not me. It's something I decided a very long time ago. I'm afraid, or I was afraid, that if I did any of those things, I could lose everything. And so, being the safe guy, being the guy, level 5, it just made the most sense for me not to do that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to post the link at the bottom there, and I want you to read through it, and I want you to do some research and figure out who you are, right? Let's just be the best that we can be. I believe in you guys, and I want more for you. I want a whole lot more for me, but with getting this information, it's really teaching me what my strengths are, and I really want to dial in on those and take myself to a place that I've never been before. So I hope you guys come for the ride. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day.